What I want to do for you today is to show you how you can save an absolute fortune on Scalextric Track, because if you're like me, you want to build your setup, and the first thing you want to do is going to go out there and get some more track. Now if you're looking at buying that track brand new, let's just look at some of the prices. Buying it direct from Scalextric on their website. So where's a standard straight? Standard straight times 2, $15.99. So buying brand new track is very expensive, but excuse me, there's some good news. The life cycle of a Scalextric track generally is very short. Here's what happens. Somebody gets a Scalextric set for Christmas or their birthday. They play with it a few times. It gets put under the bed, put on top of the wardrobe, put up in the loft, and then it gets forgotten about, and it stays there for about 10-15 years. Child goes off to university, parent comes along, rediscovers the Scalextric set and says, let's get rid of that. And most of the time they don't know what they've got, they don't know what it's worth, so they put it on eBay, they put it on Facebook Marketplace, they put it on local selling sites, and normally a second-hand Scalextric set, they tend to sell between 20 to 50 pounds is your rough price. I'd say from 20 pounds upwards you can buy a second-hand Scalextric set. So here's the first mistake you're going to make as a newcomer wanting to expand your track, wanting to build a big setup. You're going to go out and you're going to buy the first second-hand Scalextric sets you come across. I went out, I bought a huge bundle of Scalextric track. Most of it was the older style classic track. I didn't realise you couldn't use it with the newer style cars, or you could use it with the newer style cars, but there was a bit of an issue. You have to trim the guide blades down on them a little bit to stop them from catching on the track. So a lot of what I bought was useless. So then I started looking for sets that just had the sport track in. So the sport track, the newer track, I think that was introduced around 2002. So I was looking for newer sets. And with them, yeah, you can get track, but generally they're just the starter sets, and there's just like a basic figure of 8, if that. There's not much track in them. And then I discovered something. So when Scalextric used to release their sets prior to 2002, with the classic track, they used to do 4 track sets. Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Set 1 being the most basic track, all the way up to set 4 being the largest track you could get, and 2 and 3 being somewhere in between. And the reason for that was you could buy a boxed set number 1, and then Scalextric also sold the upgrades. They sold a track pack upgrade to upgrade it to set 2, a upgrade to upgrade it to set 3, and upgrade to upgrade it to set 4. Now, they don't do that anymore, but for a very short period of time, it appears, as far as I'm aware, once they swapped over to the newer sport track, for a very short period of time, they still carried on with the track set 1, 2, 3, 4. So there were some sets that were released as a track set 4 using sport track. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Bear with me. So these sets here, and I will add the C numbers and all the details in the descriptions, and I'll try and edit it onto the final video. So if you see what I mean, this is a Scalextric track set 4, and if we zoom in, you get a lot of track in set 4. A lot of track. Now, these are the sets. I'm going to scroll through them. These are the sets that they did in Sport Track in set 4. So there's Le Mans 24, GT Interactive, another Le Mans 24. This is the one you're most likely to see. Champion Tours, F1 Super Teams. I'm not sure if these were UK releases or what, but I also found these. Formula 1 and another Le Mans. Right. So, like I say, people find the Scalextric set. They don't want it anymore. They sell it. They don't know what it's worth. They put it up for 20, 30 quid. And that seems to apply if you've got a figure of 8 track, a track set 1, or a track set 4. So if you can find one of these sets for sale by someone that doesn't realise what they've got, you can pick up a huge amount of track for next to nothing. So to show you what I'm talking about, let's jump onto eBay. Now eBay's a bit of a tricky one because generally people selling on eBay know what they've got and they know what it's worth, or somebody else will see it and they will know what it's worth and it will get bid up. So your real gold is if you find one of these sets on Facebook Marketplace or a local selling site, because then you've got the opportunity to snatch it up before somebody else comes along and raises the price on it. So first example here, eBay. You're looking for more track. What are you going to do? You type in Scalextric set because you want to buy a cheap second-hand Scalextric set. The problem you get all sorts. So you've got a Le Mans 24-hour set there, but it's classic track, so that's no good. You don't want that. You've got all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Mighty Metros, that's classic track. Pole position, that's classic track. Can't see what that is, but it's classic track. And then, lo and behold, what have you got here? Vintage Scalextric Le Mans 24-hour full set. And look at the photo. It's track set 4. Let's click on that one. Now, it is... Oh, no, there is postage on this one, £9.50. Current bid, £29.90. And let's look at the photos. So, it's got the cars with it. The track doesn't look too bad. It can just be cleaned up really easily. It's got the timer, controllers. What do they say about it? Literally been out a couple of times and lived in its box. Preference would be collection, but happy to post if needs be. So, if hardly anyone bids on that, you're going to get that set. I'd say you're going to get that set for under £50. When you're on eBay, you can look at the previous sold prices, and these sets, they tend to sell for around £50, £60 or less. So, how do you find these bargains yourself? Simple. Go onto eBay, type in the C number, type in the description. So C1122 Champion Tours Scalextric, and then if you click save this search, normally when eBay's working, you click save this search, and then every time, as soon as one of these items is listed on eBay, you'll get an email saying, hey, somebody's listed this on eBay. And if you're really lucky, it will be a buy it now, and you can just buy it straight away. No auction. So, Scalextric set used, Champion Tours, track set 4. It's starting at £50. See, all these other ones, it's classic track, which is, you don't really want that unless you specifically want classic track. Somebody else there's listed one for £100. I mean, even if you paid £100 for it, you're getting over £300 worth of track for £100. Okay, providing it's all there, providing it's all complete, you are getting over £300 worth of track for £100. If you can get it for 50 quid, even better. If you can get it for even less than that, even better. I mean, what you can do, you can buy the set, sell the cars on eBay. You're going to get £25 each at least, usually, for the cars on eBay, and you get free track. So you can type in some of the other codes. These are just the ones I've already gone through the codes. I am going to put the codes in the description so you can do the same for yourself, and then the secret's out of the bag then. I've gone through them. There's 3 different sets for sale on eBay at the moment. So this is the other one, C1123 F1 Super Teams. This one is currently at £35. It's collection only from Brighton. So if you live in Brighton, you know, make them an offer, run round there, grab this, because you're going to get all of that track. A huge, literally, when you pick one of these boxes up, they weigh a ton. Not literally ton, but they are so heavy. It is literally just a box crammed full of track. If you can see there, I can't make out, but it is a huge amount of track. So let's look at some of the other photos. You can sell the cars if you don't want the cars. If all you're after is track, then these box sets are the ones to go for. And then here's another one that I found. C1083 Le Mans. Here it is. Track set 4. It's digital, not digital, sorry. It's sport track, which is what you want. It's a huge track. Sell the cars. Happy days. Shame there's no other photos of that one. Let's see if there's some more photos on the one that's £100. Where's the £100 one gone? £50, £40, £100. There it is. And how did I discover this secret? I bought a job lot of Scalextric sets, and within that job lot was this very set, the Champion Tourist set. I picked it up. I was like, oh my god, this set is absolutely jammed full of track. How on earth? Why don't I just look for these sets rather than buying up other sets that don't have so much track in? Look for these sets. So there we go. That is how you can find a lot of Scalextric's track that is sport track that you can use today for next to nothing. If you enjoyed this video, then comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought below. If you like it, I'll make some more videos. If you don't, I won't bother. Thanks for watching.